What's going on? So look, today I'm going to cover some kettlebell snatches with you. Now look, I absolutely love kettlebell snatches. They are an awesome tool when it comes to conditioning, but they're very skill based and they do take a little bit of breakdown and a little bit of time to master. So that's why I'm going to do this video with you today, and stay tuned to the end of the video as well, because I've done some slow-mo stuff when it comes to snatches, because obviously they're very ballistic, and hopefully that gives you a better visual of some of the stuff that I'm going to cover here in the video as well. Now look, as I say, you know, snatches are very technical, so it's really important that you nail the basics first. And the basics are standard kettlebell swings, okay? You must make sure that you've done the work when it comes to kettlebell swings, and obviously single arm swings as well. Now, when it comes to the snatch, it's simply a continuation of the swing, all right? So if we think about how we, generate force in the kettlebell swing, how we move that weight, it's a hip dominant movement. Let's say we're here, okay? So this is called an air swing. So I'm here, the bell comes back, I go into that hip hinge, I extend at the hips, and I shoot the bell off the hips, all right? So when it comes to a kettlebell snatch, as I say, it's a continuation of the swing. So instead of me allowing that bell to travel out, I pull back, okay? So I'm gonna pull here. I like to call this 7-11, okay? So you pull at 7 and then you punch at 11. Now there's a couple of ways you can break down that pull, all right? Now when you're a wee bit more experienced, you'll probably see me in the video, I'll pull back with my shoulder at the sort of, whenever you're first breaking this down, most people go with what's called a high pull, okay? So you'll see that slight difference at the end of the video, but either way, like I say, the snatch is just a continuation of the kettlebell swing. So there has to be a transition there, because basically what we do with the snatch is exactly the same as what we would do with a swing, only we change the direction of the bell at the last second, okay? So we change the trajectory of the bell. So instead of us shooting that bell that way, we pull at 7 and we punch at 11, and then we follow through here, okay? So that's really important, because when we don't get that transition right, when we don't get that hand insertion right, what happens then is the bell starts to come down and starts to slam on the wrist, and we don't want that, all right? Of course we don't want that, because it hurts, all right? So we want to keep the wrist nice and safe. So it's really important, as I say, to get that transition, and believe it or not, it happens sooner than you think, okay? So what you need to do is just loosen up the grip a wee touch, okay? And like I say, you'll see what I'm talking about in my video. So as I come out, let's say from the swing section of the movement, as the bell is traveling, I want to get plenty of force on that bell, and as it's traveling, I'm going to pull back here, and then I'm going to transition almost in one movement. So pull, punch, and then let that bell fall into position instead of me gripping on hard and letting it slam down, all right? Now, another thing that you're going to notice from the video is that I keep the bell relatively close to me, and I always like to give people a little cue of pull the bell into your belly, right? So what I mean by that is this: as the bell is coming down, let's say I cast off, okay? So this is called casting. If I allow the bell to come out here, what's going to happen is it's further away from my center of mass, and a lot of the time what you find, because of the timing of the snatch, it takes longer. So basically, if the bell travels further, the timing is longer, okay? So the tempo is different than, let's say, a single arm swing, which is a shorter repetition. So if I'm out here and already I'm in that hip hinge position, okay? So you've seen I've got that disconnect, all right? But if I pull the bell into my belly and I wait longer, if I get the bell off my wrist and I wait, pull back here, and this is where I go into my hip hinge, and that's really going to save the grip as well, and that's going to make sure that the hips do all of that work, because I've got connection with the hips there at that point, okay? So again, this is a really technical movement, but it's definitely worthwhile breaking down and learning that skill, because it is an awesome conditioning exercise, all right? So listen, go and watch the quick demo that I've done in slow-mo, and if you do have any questions on the snatch, just hit me up and I will gladly help you out with it.